Michelle and I went down to try to go to Flight of Passage as our rope drop, and we're really coming to the conclusion that rope dropping doesn't work anymore, at least right now. Every time we try to go somewhere recently, we do our normal thing where we get there an hour early, and apparently that trick has reached the failure point. And we tried to go to Flight of Passage, but the line was already at 60 minutes, and we're not going to start our day with a 60-minute wait, because especially since Flight of Passage will lessen up later in the day, because everyone kind of flocks to it in the morning. So we'll just go back to it later. We're heading over to Kilimanjaro safaris. That line will probably be a little long because we made a double back, but it won't be as long as 60 minutes. So we are over in Africa, and right behind me is the Kilimanjaro safaris, and they haven't opened the standby line yet, so it looks worse than it is. Probably only going to be about 15 to 20 minute wait, which is way better, and it's good to see the animals first thing in the morning. This was going to be our second stop. Well, now it's our first, and hopefully we'll get on Kilimanjaro safaris relatively soon. So this morning, policy change for Disney employees is that they can choose to not wear a mask if they're fully vaccinated in outdoor spaces. They still have to wear them indoors, but we noticed there's a couple cast members without masks on, and we've seen all cast members with masks on. And today, Friday the 18th, the policy apparently changed this morning. So we're gonna see more faces, which makes us happy because cast members are often so smiley and happy. So that's great. One of our Animal Kingdom safari tips is to get a last row. You're gonna get the best view of the savannah because you don't have anything behind you, and you can turn around and look a little bit for when things go past. So go for a last row. That was 10 minutes, maybe less. Once we stopped, they didn't open the standby key right away, and we're in our favorite row, the last row. See, you can see behind us.
Down here instead of goodbye, because goodbye is just a little too far to work, and quite frankly, we're hoping you'll come on back and join us again. So, kwa harini, everybody.
Safari is always fun. Unfortunately, the lions weren't out today, but the cheetah was. I don't think I've ever seen the cheetah actually active. The baby zebra was really, really cute. And it was really nice to see like the little baby chick flamingos as well. We got a really good view of the rhinoceros, the wide rhino and the black rhino. Just really, really good job. And we're working on our way to unload, and thanks to Justin, our guide. In my opinion, of all the Starbucks, this one is the best themed. This is Creature Comforts, and it's the place where we usually get our caffeine fix. And it's really well done, and they've been doing the sustainability and environmental stuff for longer than anything else I've seen in the Starbucks organization, and I appreciate the fact they've been doing that. And it's usually very quick and in and out. As you can see, there's not much of a line in here. And it's at the time of morning where people are going to want their coffee. Colossal Mickey Cinnamon Roll, and as Michelle just pointed out, it's definitely been Starbucksed. It used to be a lot bigger. It used to come hot. So I have to be honest, and this is a recent change because we had one in September and it was, you know, on a Disney plate and it was covered in melted icing. And yeah, I have to be honest, I'm not thinking that this might be as good as you remember it being. But I'm gonna eat it anyway because I like cinnamon rolls. So one of the trails that people kind of miss because the signage is a little weird, I'm gonna show it to you, is the Discovery Island Trail. If you see Creature Comforts here, over here to the right of Creature Comforts, if you're walking towards Africa, is the Discovery Island Trail. And it has this cotton top tamarin enclosure right next to it. The cotton top tamarin is around and jumping around. There he is. There's two of them. I'll try to zoom in on them. They're both up there. They're kind of playing around right up at the post. They're often out. They're very, very cute. Very, very tiny. And we're gonna walk the Discovery Island Trail because it's actually one of those ones that as you can see, nobody's on it. They're walking right past it because that sign is kind of inconspicuous. And the other sign is down the trail that way. And there's even like a gate and everything, and no one really sees it. No one really comes back here. And you get a great view of the Tree of Life. You actually get to walk under it. You get to get close to certain things. There are exhibits with animals in them, but not all of them are out right now. The river boats will come by. Right now they're doing the cavalcades, and you'll be able to you'll be the only ones able to see that cavalcade as it comes by. It's a good way to bring your tea and enjoy a little bit of nature. Ooh, we got some giant Galapagos tortoises, and they actually all seem to be active right now. You can see them out there moving about. There's one right down there on the ground. As you can see, just a little bit down the trail, you get this view of the Tree of Life. I mean, that's pretty incredible. On the Discovery Island Trail, you'll also find one of the 360 photos. You get a great shot of the Tree of Life in it. It's right out by the Bugs Life exit, and you just kind of stand around this sensor and they take your picture. It's pretty cool, but yeah, that's the new 360-degree photo that they're offering here at Disney World. Look, they have like a little monkey habitat, but I will look it up and I will put it in underneath what they are. But yeah, there's a little habitat, and if you notice in that hole there, that's where they're kind of hiding out and just kind of looking out at everybody. Hopefully you can see them. It's a little backlit, but it's pretty cool. So this is Kali River Rapids. I'm going to be honest with you folks. You will probably very rarely ever see anything about this ride with me on it, because one of my least favorite things in an amusement park is to end up soaked. And as you can see from the people who are about to pass underneath me right now, they are soaked to the skin, and it's just something that I don't enjoy in amusement parks, so I probably will never get on that ride. But Kali River Rapids, a lot of people love it. It's supposed to be very, very fun. It's got a lot of good thrill, and it's got a good story, but sorry, probably never gonna get me on this ride unless someone bribes me on it in some way. One of the things that people miss here at Animal Kingdom, because they're too busy looking for rides and attractions, is they miss these walking trails. This is the Maharajah Jungle Trek. You can see tigers and all kinds of great other animals on it. It's a really, really beautiful trail, and I recommend doing it. It's a walking trail, though. We're about to do it, so come along with us. So the first thing you see on the trail, female Komodo Dragon. This is Tia, the Komodo Dragon. Good morning, Tia. Posing for the camera. This always makes me laugh. This sign, I love it. I don't like bats. Go that way. No, I'm going in because I want to see the bats.
These guys, like I said, are the largest species of bat, but I'm not sure if it was them used in Indiana Jones or not. I'd have to do my own research on that to figure that out, but it's very possible. Oh. Especially because these bats are not, harmful to people in any way. They eat fruits, so they have no need to go after people or anything. And even real vampire bats typically don't go after people. They typically go for livestock, cattle, so.
I was thinking that.
This is the mom, and Nala is her daughter. She's in the other yard, facing the whales on this wall. If you keep going down this way, where the bridge is, you might be able to see her if she's not hiding.
This is Sony. She's up there sleeping. Tried to catch her as she was like cleaning herself like our house cats. But we have a tiger, female tiger. She's the mom, as you just heard Dominic, our guide, help us out with. But there's a tiger in the enclosure. And this is why you should do this trek, because these animals are usually pretty visible. And we have our Sony's child. I can't remember what Sony's child's name is. I'll ask the guide in a second. But walking about, having a stroll. Again, that is Anala the tiger. I asked the lovely guide Ian, and that's the name of, will be 4 in August. Putting on a nice display on the bench here. The guide in the birdhouse here in the Maharajah Jungle Trek just told me this is a great Argus pheasant. Just beautiful display here on the bench. And on top of the songbird guidebook is a tawny frogmouth. And just to give you an idea of how large she is, there's my hand, and she's probably about the size of my hand. So like, yeah, she's a rather large bird, and I remember seeing this bird on the David Attenborough specials. But this is a tawny frogmouth. I've just been told by Jenna, our guide, that this is Tomo, the tawny frogmouth, and she is a carnivore who's only been here for about 2 weeks, and she's already kind of acclimated to being in this space, which is really awesome. So this is, hello Tomo, thanks for posing. So that's the Maharajah Jungle Trek. We love it. It's fun. It's I was really great with that frogmouth tawny. That was really cool. Tomo was very, very gracious to let us take her picture. But if you get a chance, do the Maharajah Jungle Trek. It's a lot of fun. You're like, why are you showing me the bathrooms? Because there's a little factoid about the Animal Kingdom bathrooms. They're the only bathrooms on property that are public facing that have doors on the bathrooms, because they're actually considered an evacuation point if an animal were to get loose, and people would be shuttled into the bathrooms and have the door locked in order to get away from animals that might escape. So that's actually why Animal Kingdom's bathrooms have doors on them. Little piece of Disney trivia. This is actually Everest. This is the Forbidden Mountain. So that's actually Everest. This is Forbidden Mountain. And another little piece of trivia is this shrine to the Yeti. The shrine to the Yeti, if you get it just right, lines up with the mountains as you are looking at it. So Michelle and I are waiting in the line for Expedition Everest. And it says 35 minutes. The cast members seem to think that that's going to be the same. Really, really good details. We're gonna enter into like the Yeti Museum now. So when you enter the Yeti Museum, and then it has like all these artifacts from the Yeti. The line's kind of moving, but I'm trying to catch it as we go through here. But some really, really awesome details. A lot of this stuff was actually collected by Joe Rohde and the Imagineers as they came through this space. And they went all over Asia and collected all kinds of really cool little pieces for the for this collection here in the Yeti Museum, and all over actually Animal Kingdom. They collected stuff all over. But thank you, Kate. Appreciate your time. And yeah, the Yeti footprint. But the Yeti Museum, really awesome detail. We're about to get on the ride. 18 minutes, they said 35, so that's a pretty good time. And we're getting row number 1. Our favorite row. Thank you. I love that coaster. It is my absolute favorite. Oh, love it. Involuntarily yell on the backwards part every time. Michelle, doing good? She's got the face. I don't blame her. That ride is thrilling. Love it. Okay, folks, we did the super zoom photo. First off, our photo pass guide, Elizabeth, was amazing. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. But if you want to know where you have to look, you know how I pointed out earlier, the temple that mimics the mountain, you look right there at the bottom. There's a little black square. I'm sorry I can't zoom in any farther, but that's where you look for the super zoom photo so you can get a great shot. And it's going to get all of this great footage here, right going up with the mountain, which I can't see because of the tree, but it's going to get all that great super zoom footage. You want these super zoom photos. They're awesome keepsakes. Michelle and I love them. They're some of the best things that Disney's came out with the PhotoPass stuff. And the PhotoPass photographers here are great. I'm going to again give Elizabeth a great plug because she's also from the Philly area originally. So we're glad to have her with us. Thank you, Elizabeth. So it's been a really, really long time since Michelle and I ate at Restaurantosaurus. It's been a very long time. For those who don't know, it's themed after the archaeological students who were here, realizing a lot of people were coming to visit Dinoland and Chester and Hester, and they built a restaurant, which is why Osaurus got added onto the end of it. And you can see that they've been out on the roof. And the theming here is really, really cool. We just did a mobile order. We haven't eaten here in a while. I got the Impossible Spicy Burger, and Michelle got the chicken nuggets and fries because she's just feeling like eating like a child. So we're waiting for a mobile order to finish, and then we're gonna go eat that here at Restaurantosaurus. Like I said, this was originally the student mess hall. So you see all their art and some of the stuff they've dug up, and it just got a really nice vibe to it. Yeah, this is one of the best themed quick service restaurants around, in my opinion. So I'm only about halfway through the burger. I gotta say, surprisingly good. It got a good spicy kick to it. So if you're spice adverse, don't go for it. It's pepper jack cheese, Impossible Burger, lettuce, tomato, and a little bit of some microgreens. And I also stole one of Michelle's chicken nuggets, which she's loving, by the way. And I also got the Safari Amber, which is a Animal Kingdom exclusive beer. I like to drink the Animal Kingdom exclusive beers. I'm also going to be going to Satu'li Canteen, and when we get to Satu'li Canteen, I'll get either the green beer or the other beer, or maybe I'll get both. But we're going to go to Satu'li Canteen for our afternoon meal. Loving the food here. Come to Restaurantosaurus. You will not be disappointed. It's not just chicken fingers and fries, even though they're also excellent here anyway. We're about to get on Tough to Be a Bug. I just want to say I love this show. Michelle thinks the show is fun, but if your little ones are afraid of creepy crawly things and sudden noises and large evil grasshoppers and the seats literally poking you, I would really recommend you reconsider going on Tough to Be a Bug. It looks like it's going to be a kid's show. It really isn't, in my opinion. They say it is. I have to be honest with you, I don't think it is. I love the show. I think it's amazing and fun and awesome, but I have literally seen little kids in full-on panic mode once that attraction really gets going. So just consider that before getting on It's Tough to Be a Bug. Hi, Timon! Hi, Rafiki! So, as you can see by my dinosaur friend back there, we are in line for Dinosaur. However, we are in an area of the queue that we have never been in before. The time said 45 minutes. Dinosaur's been down all day, which is why we got into it. And it's really made us decide that FastPass needs to come back. 3 guaranteed rides in a park, especially the way we do park, which is more a leisurely stroll because we're here a lot and for long periods of time. Having 3 guaranteed rides makes your day better. So, Disney, I'm asking, please bring back FastPass. Please bring it back. I'm sure Michelle agrees with me on that one. Yeah, you see it? Yeah, bring it back, please. Once you get inside and the air conditioning's going, you have a great theme in this queue. And every once in a while you have Bill Nye the Science Guy come in and give little facts and figures about the space, but pretty cool.
Hello there.
Quick fact, on those pipes, see all those chemical names? That's because this ride used to be sponsored by McDonald's, and that is the chemical makeup of ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise.
dino. Go, go, go!
Iguanodon.
Forget it! Get them out now! They're not gonna make it! They're not gonna make it!
Dinosaur, always a fun time. Love that ride. It shakes you about a bit. The Carnotaurus chases you. It's fun. It's got a good story. And you save the Iguanodon in the end. So, thanks for joining us on that one. I think it only, I'll check my time here. Yeah, we were off of it well before the original time. It said 45 minutes, we got on at 45. We're off at 1:20, so it probably was about 25-minute wait in that line, even though it felt like longer because of it winding all over the place. But even still, FastPass Plus, please bring it back. Michelle and I actually were able to do a walk-up to the Nomad Lounge. I've never been here before, where I've actually gotten to drink. I've been in the space. I've never actually been here since it opened, actually. And I know a lot of people think it's like a really great place to get a drink. So Michelle and I'm getting the Tempting Tigress, and Michelle got the High Tower Rocks, which is their Casa Dragones tequila margarita, basically. Mine is basically an old-fashioned, just a little bit extra added to it, a little bit of spice added to it. Here's a nice view of the ceiling in this room. Remember my rule of always looking up. There's some great quotes, and it's supposed to be conversation starters. What was the most memorable food? What was the greatest travel challenge you faced? How was travel changing? All kinds of other questions all around the outside. They're actually intended to be like conversation starters, which I think is a really cool little feature of this room, besides the Joe Rohde inspired and very well themed artwork in here. Just a beautifully apportioned space. And there's also this deck on the outside, and this deck on the outside, and you actually can have the flotillas go by right now, so it's pretty cool. But the Nomad Lounge, really, really nice. Looking forward to our drinks and our little snack here. There's Michelle's High Tower Rocks with a giant slice of watermelon in. The waitress even commented on it. And there is my Tempting Tigress. These both look excellent. Looks like they're well mixed, and like the mixologist knows exactly what they're doing. So the charcuterie board was excellent, but we had a hard goat cheese and a soft cow cheese. And then there was venison sausage and a nice pork pancetta, and then there was the final piece was a beef pate, and it was all excellent. We loved it all. The accompaniments were great. Our drinks are amazing. Michelle has already said that her drink, the High Tower, is great, and the Tempting Tigress is good. We're gonna order some to go. She's gonna get the Jen's Tattoo to go, and I'm gonna get the Congolese Spiced Ale because the Congolese Spiced Ale is exclusive to Animal Kingdom. So I'm gonna grab that. We're gonna get to go, and we're gonna go over to brave the Flight of Passage line because we have a Satu'li Canteen quick service mobile order already placed. So we've really enjoyed Nomad Lounge. This is our first experience here. We know the bread service is really big, but we decided to try something a little different. We just wanted something light. But Nomad Lounge, definitely a thumbs up from us. Joe Rohde, you really outdid yourself. You will be missed. By the way, if you don't know about it, right up there is a wheel that is actually not water, and it looks like water. If you didn't know that, it's just a spinning wheel and pretends to be water. That's how much thought went into the detail around here. The engineering that went into making this stuff look like it does just impresses the heck out of me. But we are in line for Flight of Passage. It says 65 minutes. We'll see how long it takes. I have a strong feeling it's not going to take that long. There's our friend Hank in the tank. And that is apparently the cast member name for this guy. They call him Hank in the Tank. I've learned that from some other bloggers out there. I mean, look how much motion this floating creature has in the tank for the avatar. Just incredible piece of engineering. They even like go down so much as to like kind of show you his anatomy on the screens above. I mean, like I said, always look up. The word that I've been hearing is that this artwork here in the queue is actually from the children of Imagineers and James Cameron. I thought that was actually a pretty cool little detail that they threw in here. Again, details in the Avatar ride, always look up. That is my motto in heavily Imagineered rides. You'll miss something. So Michelle and I are about to get to the link chamber, but I gotta point out a little thing. Look, if your kid's not tall enough, make sure they're not tall enough before you go through the line, because we just watched a family, like 10 people, poor kid, just not tall enough. And look, they're not gonna let them on. Disney employees, the cast members, the #1 key to their job is safety. And if the kid's not tall enough, they're not gonna let them on the ride. Don't try to pretend the kid's tall enough. The kid wasn't tall enough, and the entire family is down there at the bottom of Avatar after waiting in the line for 45 minutes. And they aren't gonna be able to take that kid on the ride. You gotta follow the regulations. Safety is important.
The way you're gonna do this is by being matched to something called an avatar. They're created by blending human DNA and Navi DNA.
Once we're seated, you may place those flight monitors on.
Welcome back. Please step off the link chair, gather your belongings, and exit the link chamber.
Flight of Passage, still one of the best rides in Disney World. Sevako, thank you. The thing I gotta tell you is that that's the first time I've ever been in the C row in the center. And that does make a huge difference to the experience. So if you can request, sometimes they will let you request it, but not usually on this ride because so many people ride it. If you can request it, the C row center was, it made a massive difference to the experience on that ride. So yeah, I highly recommend it. Michelle, good times?
Always a good time on this ride.
Yeah, I love that ride. Second favorite ride in Disney World behind Rise of the Resistance. It's just great. After getting off Flight of Passage, one of the things we like to do is go to Pongu Pongu, which means party in Na'vi. It's right next to an RDA mech suit. The original proprietor of Pongu Pongu was an RDA man who came out and then decided he loved the Valley of Moara, and he set up shop here and created Pongu Pongu. We're gonna get the Hawke's Grog, which is the green beer, and the Rum Blossom, and we're looking forward to it. So this is the Hawke's Grog Ale, green beer. I actually like it. It's got a good maltiness to it. It's kind of like it's almost like a Märzen, like a good Oktoberfest. The green color shouldn't throw you off. It's exclusive to Pandora, so I recommend trying it. Go for the Hawke's Grog Ale. It's good. I'm gonna have the Moara High Country during our lunch, but I like it, and you should try it. Anyone who says that Avatar doesn't deserve to be here just hasn't been here. They did a great job with the theming here. One of the things they came up with is that they're not using signs. There's no Na'vi River Journey sign. You get a Na'vi sculpture of the Shaman of Song right there. And then you look over here with all the detail. You get over here with all the detail and the floating mountains, and just a fantastic concept of how to theme a land to an alien planet. This belongs here. The Imagineering involved is incredible. So here is our meal from Satu'li Canteen. Michelle got the chicken, noodles, and creamy herb dressing. She opts for everything else off from it. No boba, no slaw. I did the chicken and beef combo with noodles with the charred green onion vinaigrette. Michelle got a chocolate cake and I got the blueberry cream cheese dish, which is kind of special. These are cups for some water. That's the Moara High Country Ale, and that is the Dreamwalker Sangria. So we're looking forward to our meal. This place is, we discovered it recently being awesome, so we're looking forward to this meal. Realized I was hungrier than I thought, so I ordered a kid's meal with a cheeseburger pod. These things are great. I will tell you though, the noodle bowl is amazing. I love it. Michelle, did you enjoy your noodle bowl? Yeah. So the noodle bowls are great. This is a kid's meal. You only get one. There is an adult size meal, but I only wanted one cheeseburger pod. It comes with these little vegetable chips and the cheeseburger pod. Totally worth it. I recommend these. I know that sounds silly, but they're darn good. So we're just finishing up our meal here at Satu'li Canteen. The bowls are great. The chicken is perfect. The beef is well cooked. The noodles are a great base. I love the charred green onion vinaigrette. Michelle really liked the creamy herb dressing with her chicken. Those are great. As you saw, I added the cheeseburger pod. It tastes literally like a McDonald's cheeseburger in this weird dough. And I don't know why I love it, but they're great. The blueberry cream cheese mousse is also very tasty. I like the fruitiness of it and the creaminess of it. Michelle said that the chocolate cake was excellent. And I like the Moara High Country Ale that I ordered. In fact, I'm still enjoying it now. And I actually think of the three, the Congaloosh, the three specific to Animal Kingdom, I think the Congaloosh is my favorite. I like the spice to it. Very well done. Just good flavor. But this is probably Hawke's Grog and the Moara High Country are probably tied for flavor. I like the hoppiness in the Hawke's Grog, but I like the maltiness in the Moara Country. Very good. The only complaint we have is that, according to Michelle, the Dreamwalker Sangria, and this is a quote, is disgusting. She says that there's something with the flavor combination. She can't figure it out. She hates it. She loved the Rum Blossom. She hates, like literally hates, the sangria. So that's just something to think about. My wife is a little bit of a picky eater, but for her to say that something is disgusting, that takes an effort. So just take that review with a grain of salt, but understand that I trust it pretty wholeheartedly because I know what her palate's like. But in general, Satu'li Canteen, great place to eat. The noodle bowls are fantastic. I say get noodles. Noodles your base every time. Get noodles as your base every time. But the theming is awesome, and if you don't know, this space is actually themed to the RDA hangar from Avatar, where they have like the War Council meeting in it. So that's how they kind of theme this space, as if the Na'vi have taken it over because there's a little bit of artwork. Gorgeous, great food. Probably avoid the sangria. So the last thing that Michelle and I decided to do today is going to be the Na'vi River journey with the Shaman of Songs. Here we go. All right, we're making our way out of Animal Kingdom. As you can see, beautiful Tree of Life behind us. We had a really good day. We're having this weird instance with our rope dropping that keeps failing. So we're gonna try adjusting it for the next 6 days and see if that fixes it for us. But we had a good time, lots of good food, and we're about to go to Topolino's Terrace with some friends at the Riviera Resort. It's not gonna make it into the vlog, I'll just be honest. We wanna spend some time with our friends and not bring the camera equipment. I have a lot of friends that live in the Orlando area, and from my many adventures through life, and I'm glad to have them with us. Remember, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. Remember, the one thing you can do to really make it special for us is hit the subscribe button. We've run into a number of people, and we really appreciate them asking what the name of the channel is and then subscribing like right in front of me. That's pretty awesome that they seem to like my commentary throughout the rides. And leave a comment down below. What's your favorite thing in Animal Kingdom? Mine's Expedition Everest. Maybe definitely Pandora's Flight. Michelle?
I really like the safari.
Safari?
That's probably my favorite.
That's a good call too. All right, folks. Appreciate you watching. We'll be with you shortly. Remember, I don't like to say goodbye because I'm going to see you real soon. So, see you bye.